heels and things about heels that I have learned from my experience of wearing heels. So the important things to know about getting a shoe is the heel length, which means how tall the heel is, the platform is the footbed size, and the strap or ankle support of the shoe. They're probably a very, very beginner heel shoe. This is just a Tory Burch wedge. It has like less than 2 inches of a wedge here. Very, very easy to start off in and walk in, and so I highly recommend if you're trying to transition from flats to heels, you could definitely start off with a shoe like this. But you can see that this is a wedge, which is the most comfortable kind of shoe because your weight is supported throughout the whole foot, not just all the way to the tippy tops of your feet. And again, you can get a shoe like these. These are from Aerosol. Then we get to a kitten heel, and kitten heels are also comfortable because you don't put so much weight into your foot. So the problem with a lot of heels is that all the weight is on the balls of your feet, and then it can just pinch your feet, especially the footbed is really, really narrow. The more the angle is this way, obviously it's going to be a lot more painful than if it's, you know, 180 degrees flat. They are Jeffrey Campbell Oxfords, and these are super comfortable because they have a thick heel. It's like a 2-inch stacked heel, but also what is really great about these shoes is that it covers your entire foot. Now I'll talk about this later, but you want kind of a shoe that supports your entire foot, so you're not, like when you're wearing heels, your feet are consciously going to be trying to stick to the bottom of the footbed. So as much foot and support around the ankle and the foot you can cover, the more comfortable it will be to walk in. So these are a really great like everyday shoe that you could definitely wear. Gives you a little bit of height, but also covers your entire foot. I said before, platforms are really important when wearing heels because platforms is just kind of like walking on a little bit of a road that's a little bit higher than another road. It's not going to affect the angle of your foot. So these are shoes by Cole Haan. I think Cole Haan is an amazing heel brand. Cole Haan Nike Air. I know they are a little bit expensive, but the way they design these kind of shoes, it somehow pushes back a little bit. These, you can see they look really tall, but they actually have a 1-inch platform in the front. And so then the angle of the shoe is going to be a little bit less. Try to get a platform if you can. These are Jeffrey Campbell. I think Jeffrey Campbell makes the most comfortable, obnoxious, chunky high heels. Here, I got these from Nasty Gal. You can see that these are actually pretty comfortable to walk in because they have such a high heel. So you're only using like 2 inches of a actual heel, whereas the rest is a platform. And also, as I said before, it covers more of the footbed here. The footbed is really, really wide here, and there's an ankle strap, and I absolutely love ankle straps. I think if you're wearing a high heel, you should definitely try to get an ankle strap. What the ankle strap will do is prevent kind of putting all your weight from the balls of your feet grabbing onto this, so it'll kind of give you more support when you walk. You guys know the famous Jeffrey Campbell Lita shoes. I have a video review of this shoe, but these are actually pretty comfortable to walk in. You could go shopping with these. I basically describe heels being comfortable if you have enough stamina to walk around while going shopping. So they're great because the heel is only probably up to here, and most of it is the platform. And also it does tie up all the way to your ankle, so it does offer support throughout the foot. So I don't think these are as intimidating as they seem to be honest. The second part I said was about wedges versus heels. Now wedges are a better shoe because they disperse weight throughout the whole foot. So these are a pair of Michael Kors wedges, and they just have a platform and they have a wedge, and so it's much more comfortable to wear than a heel because it will kind of disperse the weight through the entire foot. Weight is going to be here or here. There's this part that's missing. Actually, like if I'm going out or if, you know, I have to stand for a long time, I always choose a wedge with a platform. So these shoes might seem really ridiculous, but I will swear they are probably the most comfortable pair of heels I own. And they're comfortable simply because First of all, there's a wedge, which I said makes shoes really comfortable. There is a platform, which also makes it comfortable, and there's a wide footbed. So when you are buying shoes or wearing heels, you want to find a shoe that has a wide footbed, because when you're wearing heels, all the weight is going to be at your foot toes. All the weight is going to be on the ball of your foot and the front of your toes. So if your footbed isn't wide, then it's going to pinch your toes, and so the pinching with all the weight is just a bad disaster. So I really like these shoes. I highly suggest actually heels from Payless. I know that, you know, Payless isn't like a cool brand, but for whatever reason, I have so much success wearing shoes from Payless. I have humongously wide feet, so they're the only kind of shoe brand that actually fits me. I wear these like going out. I wore them for New Year's. I can last forever in them, and they were only like 12 bucks, which is so cheap, and I get so many compliments on these shoes, and I think they're really nice and really comfortable. They also have an ankle strap, so it helps you with your with the weight and support of the shoe. Again, from Payless, again, these are the same brand. They're by Fionis, and they're kind of similar in terms of a wedge, a strap, and the wide footbed. And these are only like 6 bucks, which was ridiculous. So I got 2 pairs. I got 2 pairs in different colors, green and purple. So I love nude shoes, and these are from Payless. Again, they're by a company called Brash. And what I also love about Payless is that they have shoes in wide width, and I have really wide feet. So these are actually 7W, so they're wide, and it's really hard to find shoes like this tall that come in wide width. And the great thing about these shoes is that they're a nude color. My favorite color for shoes is nude because they tend to go with everything. They elongate the leg. They go with black dresses, white dresses, whatever color dress you're wearing, they go really well. And they also go well under like long dresses, so you can kind of so it doesn't distract from the overall gown. But these are good. The only thing I wish that they had was a strap or some kind of more support here, because I feel like whenever I'm wearing them, I'm constantly trying to pick up a little bit of the shoe. So these are my most favorite and newest addition to my collection, and you think that these shoes are really like scary and you know, intimidating, but they actually do offer a lot of the qualities that I was talking about earlier in shoes. And so now, even before I buy shoes, or I can now buy shoes online, because I already know what I'm looking for and I already know what constitutes a good pair of shoes. It's kind of like, you know, online dating. You kind of know already what you're looking for, what constitutes a good man or something. So basically, this has a platform here. It has a wide footbed here, and it also has a strap. And what I love about this is not just an ankle strap here, but it crisscrosses, so the weight is also distributed across the foot. All these details really matter when you're standing on your feet for, you know, 8 hours a day or whatnot. So these are by Chinese Laundry. They're the tippy top shoe. I absolutely love them. I think they're so sexy, and they're pretty comfortable for what they actually look like. Okay, so the last part of heels are boots. So boots, I think, are a really great way to start the introduction into wearing heels, because not only do they support the entire foot, they also support the ankle and part of the leg, which you can't ask for more support than that. These boots, they are by Jeffrey Campbell. Again, Jeffrey Campbell, Kohan, Payless, and Frye are my 4 favorite shoe brands. So I'm a huge brand person when it comes to shoes. But I love these because they are over the knee, knee-high boots. They're so great for going out in the wintertime, because when you're wearing a dress, you don't need to worry about like having cold legs. You don't need to worry about even wearing tights or stockings. You just put these on and you're good to go. They keep you super warm. And what's great about this is it has a platform too. I don't know if you can tell, but there is a platform here. They offer really great support, and even though they are like high, they aren't uncomfortable, and you can pretty much go out in these all night. And then a boot brand that I absolutely love is Frye. These are my Frye Boots. They're over the knee. I love over the knee boots, and I've worn this heel down. I've had them for 3 years, and they're still like one of my favorite pair of boots. I get compliments on them all the time. But what I love about Frye Boots is that they have such a good heel. It's very, very strong and stacked, and the footbed is wide, and it just flows really nicely to walk in. So even though they have a 2-inch heel, I can wear these all day and my feet are pretty much not killing me. And then here's another pair of Frye Boots that I have, and you can just see how like large this footbed is and the support that it will give you throughout the day. So the next part is heel accessories. Now I don't have them all with me at the moment, but there are things that you can get to help your heels be more comfortable. The first thing I highly recommend is the back of the shoe, these heel grips right here. Now the problem with these heel grips that I find is that they are a little expensive. They can be like $9, which if your shoes are like 10 bucks, like the ones I have from Payless, like it's just like as much as the shoe, but they do help the heel of the foot stay in place, so it's not going to create those blisters on the back of your foot. It's really nice. Usually when I start wearing new shoes or heels, I get these terrible blisters, so these work really, really well. Also, when you're getting a new pair of shoes and their heels and you know they're going to rub on you, always have pairs of band-aids in your purse or backpack or whatever. I remember when I first started working in corporate, I would constantly go and ask for band-aids because the blisters in the back of my foot were killing me. The last thing is these are all ripped up, but they have these stickers that you can place on the shoe, which will help you with the shoe actually having some kind of traction on the pavement. So if you're walking on a marble or granite floor, you might be sliding, and then your toes are gonna try to be clinging onto the floor to prevent you from sliding, which will cause more pain in your foot. So I really like the traction grips on the bottom. And what I love about Cole Haan shoes is that they do have already traction grips on the bottom of their heels, which is so nice. I can't believe how big of a difference it makes in shoes by just not like slipping. Now let's go on to tips on actually how to walk in heels.